Hi, I'm Wendy Gale, and welcome to Dementia's Blurred Lines. If you listened to my last couple of episodes, you heard me at my breaking point. Raw, unfiltered, angry, exhausted, and honestly drowning. I'm not going to pretend that it didn't happen. I'm not going to apologize for being human. That was where I was in that moment, and it was real. It was the truth of a caregiver who had nothing left to give. But today it feels different. Not lighter, not easier, just clearer. There's a difference between relief and clarity. And what I feel right now is clarity. Something shifted last night. A light bulb came on. And I want to talk about that. Because these moments, the ones where something inside you finally clicks, they matter. After all the chaos the other day, after all the looping and the overwhelm, I finally looked at my mom. Really looked at her, not through the lens of frustration or the lens of fear, the lens of a daughter who keeps trying to hold everything together. I looked at her as she is now, and I saw something in her eyes I hadn't let myself see before. She's gone further into her dementia than I've been willing to admit. She's not being difficult. She's not being stubborn. She's not trying to hurt me. She's just slipping away. Quietly, well, sort of quietly, slowly, and I realized I've been trying to care for someone whose needs have outgrown what I can give. I've been fighting a battle I didn't even realize I had already lost, not because I failed, but because dementia doesn't negotiate. It doesn't pause. It doesn't care how hard you try. And somehow, in the middle of all of that, I did something I haven't done in a long time, and I swore I wouldn't do again. I reached out to my brother. Just a simple text, nothing dramatic, nothing emotional, just an opening, a chance for him to show up, a chance for him to acknowledge what's happening, and a chance for him to be a part of this reality we both share. She's our mother. And he didn't respond. Not a word. Not even a got your message. And the silence, that familiar, predictable silence, hit me harder than I expected. Because in the last few episodes, I've talked about him, about the promises he's made, about the way he stepped in just long enough to give me hope, and then disappeared. And I guess some part of me still wanted to believe he might just show up again when things are getting worse, but he didn't. And the silence, it became its own kind of clarity. It reminded me that I've been doing this alone, that I've been carrying the emotional weight of this family by myself, that the support I keep hoping for isn't coming. And as painful as that is, it's also freeing, because it means I can stop waiting. I can stop hoping he'll be different. I can stop holding space for someone who doesn't hold space for me. Last night, when I laid in bed, replaying the last few months, all the frustration, all the anger, all the moments where I snapped or shut down or felt like I was losing myself, and for the first time, I saw it differently. I wasn't being cruel. I wasn't being heartless. I wasn't being a bad daughter. I was just overwhelmed, and I was alone. And I was re-traumatized. I was exhausted beyond anything I have ever known. I was trying to survive a situation no one could survive. And that's the part we don't talk about enough. The way caregiving can break you down in slow, invisible ways. The way you start to disappear inside the role. The way you stop recognizing yourself long before you realize something has to change. My husband and I sat down last night and talked for hours, really talked. The kind of conversation where you stop dancing around the truth and finally say the thing you've been avoiding. And we came to a truth we couldn't avoid anymore. My mom needs more care than I can give her. More care than we can give her. More care than any one person should be expected to give. So we made a decision. We're going to pull our money and we're going to find a place for her. A place where she can be safe, where she can be cared for by people who understand this level of decline, where she can have her dignity, and where I can breathe again, where our home can feel like a home again, and where I can heal, where my marriage can breathe, where my mom can be cared for by people who aren't running on fumes like I am. And I'm scared. Honestly, I'm terrified. I'm scared about the money. I'm scared about my upcoming surgery. I'm scared about the timing and the unknown. And I'm scared of the guilt that tries to creep in, that old voice that says I should be able to do it all, that I should be stronger, I should be more patient, I should somehow be superhuman. But the truth is I can't. And it doesn't make me a bad person, it makes me human. I deserve peace, my husband deserves peace, my home deserves peace, and my mom deserves proper care and peace. Care I can't give her anymore. This isn't abandonment. It isn't giving up or failure. This is love. This is honesty. This is choosing safety over suffering for both of us. So here's where I am today. Not in rage, not in chaos, not in crisis, just in truth. And if you're a caregiver listening to this and you've had your own breaking point, your own moment of clarity, your own realization that you can't do it alone, you're not a bad person, and you're not failing, not weak, you're human. And sometimes the most loving thing we can do is admit we need help. So I just want to say thank you for listening. Again, another difficult situation to talk about. And I just want to thank you. And until next time, please take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.